Okay, hello and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to visit another place. This is like Uji in Kyoto. So actually Uji is not like in Kyoto city, but it is like in Kyoto prefecture. Actually this is like my most favorite place that I'm going to visit every year, no matter what. This is like sakura season. This is like in April or it's whether in autumns. Because for me, Uji is really special, different from like the crowded city like Kyoto City, which has a lot of like features and they're so distinguished comparing to any other city in Kyoto's prefecture. And I think moreover is that Uji is like, I have to say, have so many memories. I have some memory with Uji when I started visiting Japan, and also many other things as well. So actually, it has been a really long time that I really go out and visit some places because like I just almost like work from home and do a lot of things from home and do not really go out. And now it is like the sakura seasons, the cherry blossom seasons, and I would like to go out and travel a little bit and expand my space to feel more embracing a lot of other things to like I could say like exteriorize myself a little bit more into other places. And the interesting is that I feel more happy when I can see a lot of things more. And you know, like it's almost many months since the last time I really used the train, and this is so different today. So let's discover Uji with me today, and let me know whether you like Uji as I do. Let's go. But first, let's go to the Family Mart here, to grab some drink. Okay, so 130 yen for this one. I think like $1, not so expensive, right? Okay, let's start over there. Actually, this store is really famous in Uji, and this is like they sell the soba and some kind of like matcha stuff, and they're really famous in Uji area. And you can see like have the store over there, and also the restaurant inside. And oh, you can see like you can see the seatings and people are waiting here, the queue, and the waiting time is like 1 hour. It's crazy, you have to wait here. It's really crazy. And actually this store has a lot of memory of me, good and bad time, when I was first in Japan as well. So like, yeah, it's really memorable place. I remember a lot of things, like I went here with my friends, and also I also went there alone when I was in 2018, kind of something like that. 2017, right? Yeah, 2017. Do a lot of things and talk a little bit here and there. It is so memorable, and a lot of memories coming back, and I still really feel rewarding experience. Okay, let's move forward to another place, and this is the road that I'm walking. It is like the main road. I think the only way that you can go into like some places to visit in Uji is like follow along this road. I think it's pretty hard to know the road name in Japan because I think do not really have any sign or something like that. And even like when I come to Japan, I did not really like focus on the sign or the name of the street or something like that. I just like follow the map because the map is pretty precise. And you can see like there's a lot of like matcha store. You can hear a lot of like matcha artwork and a lot of things here and there. I think this is like the feature of Uji, because like Uji is like the original place, a place where the matchas come from and some other stuff. really interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, after walking along that street, you're gonna come to this area. It's the crossroad here. Actually, in this crossroad, you can lead to like some places, like famous place in Uji. So I would say like this is like, for me, this is like the main entrance to the places in Uji. You can see like you can go to the Byodo. It's like the Byodo Tech. This is one of the World Heritage. You can walk along the river over there if you cross the street and go to over there. But I think I'm gonna follow the street over here and go a little bit in the middle here to enjoy the signature of Uji. You know, for me, the signature of Uji is like the smell of the green tea leaf. It is so strong when I walk along this road, and the smell from different kind of stores. You can see here like they have a lot of different kind of stuff, of the sweets, of the cake, of the soba, of the noodles. Everything is made of matcha, you know, green tea or some kind of related to tea stuff. And this is something really like the signature of this place. Awesome. And the store is really organized, and it's really small little stuff. You can see like this image here is like the post office man with the red cop car. I think it's also pretty standard in this area as well. And it's a little bit challenging because like sometimes like you are the only one who do not wear masks in Japan. Actually, I have a lot of foreigners, especially Western foreigners, when they come to Japan, because like, you know, when a lot of foreigners, they could not really care about wearing masks or not, but like in Japan, everyone's like around me, you can see like in the videos, they are wearing masks all the time, all the day. Sometimes I feel it's really frustrating, but yeah, sorry, just keep going. You can see like they have different kind of stuff relating to matcha. This is really good. This thing really good. This is also really good. Oh my god, the store over there, they are so crowded. Actually, this store is like the one that I love most in Uji. Every time I go to this store, I buy ice cream from here. But this is so crowded today, so I decided to maybe later on the way home. Actually, like it's really difficult to know which way you're gonna go home, because like there's a lot of routes to really get to the station, and sometimes you're not really going to the same road. But here is the Starbucks in Uji. Really cool, nice design. And actually on my right is like the Byodo Temple. Is like the World Heritage in Japan. Actually I went there many times already, and usually like Byodo Temple is just like for the movie season. It's like the red lip seasons only. The sakura tree here is they like almost the leaves almost falling. You can see like it's still here, but not so much left. You can see here. the and now here is like I gonna call it like the Uji River. It has the river, the tree, sakura tree along the way. Actually, this side is like the momiji tree. It's like the relic trees, and the next is like the sakura trees along the side. Really beautiful. And every time I go to this place, I feel really peaceful inside. You know, you can like take rest and just like do some kind of meditations or some kind of talk with someone you like, or just feel inside in a peace. I think this is a really great place. You can see like you can hear the sound of the river, water flowing. Unfortunately, like I think like Uji is almost sakura in Uji is almost finished. Even though we can still see a little bit here. You can see like, okay, this is like the lips, new lips of the sakura tree. After it finished, it has the leaf here. Anyway, you can see it's also beautiful, right? We usually just focus on the flower. And usually the sakura season is just like for, I think like for a week or two or something like that maximum. So if you really want to get into the right season, sakura season, you need to really careful about the time. Or lucky, okay? It's so brave. Yeah. This is amazing. Actually, we still have some cherry blossom tree here. Actually, it's pretty still good. Not completely falling yet, but still really good. I don't know if this is like cherry blossom or another kind of flower. I don't know. It's so beautiful. Nice. You can see like because the interruption of the tourism industry, so you can see their boat doesn't work anymore. They do not like usually if there is like the customer for especially you know like the people from China or something that they usually like have a boat like that and they travel across the river and do a lot of activities there. But actually now we do not really have any like tourists in Japan because like Japan border is still closed, and yeah, this affects a lot to the tourism industry. However, the Japanese government still have some kind of subsidy and support for the people that who do not really have work or their salary decrease or some kind of thing like that. I don't know what it is. So basically this is another still, I think it's kind of like some historical stuff. Good. And another thing I would like to introduce is like the bridge. You can see the bridge here. Actually, this also reminds me of few memories I have here when I first visited Japan as well with my friend, and we took a lot of pictures here. You know, like Now I'm pretty familiar with Japan already, and I'm pretty familiar with a lot of things in Japan already, so I know how beautiful it is, and I have some kind of expectation already. So I do not really feel like, wow, this is so awesome. But it's become something really like just normal, and it should be like that. But if you come from a country like Vietnam, like me, when I was like 4 years ago, I think things would be extremely different. You will see like things really beautiful, really different, really peaceful, and I don't know. It's so you may consider it is something like minimalism, but the concept of minimalism in Japan is really different because like it's not just like simple. It's not just, but it's also about the quality. Everything is so simple, but it has a lot of like consideration, the contributions, and a lot of things inside it. So it's really like quality of stuff. Even you can see like even just they may have to think like which size or which materials or which paint is like suited most. They have a lot of consideration and a lot of thought before they construct anything or do a lot of things. I think like Japanese people, they are so detail oriented, and I think it's like good. That's why the products made in Japan is usually really high quality and significantly high graded, you know. So you can see like it's really awesome to be here. Like the space is so wide. This way you can see a lot of things. It's really different from the city where you just see the buildings and everything. Even like Kyoto is really like how can I say it, like pretty like careful about how to build the height of the house or something like that. Not really like Ho Chi Minh City. Like the house is like usually like unlimited, and you can see a lot of everything around your house. But like Kyoto is pretty limited in the height of the house. They allow the citizen to build, but here in Uji City it is like to another extent. Like the house is really like short. You can see like the house is over there, and you still can see a lot of things. You can still see a lot of nature, and you still can immerse yourself in the nature enough for you to really feel relaxed and calm. No matter what, like you come here by yourself or enjoy something differently. You can see my shadow. It's really long. And this is like go to the like this or go to the heaven, kind of something like that. This is like the road like this. I have to say like, you know, like if you have already visited the place once or twice, you may still want to come back here, but just relaxing and enjoying. Not really just go here and there, take a lot of pictures or something like that. I think it's like, how would I say? When something like become a part of you already, you kind of embrace that in your living area or living conditions and everything. You become a part of your life. You do not really want to show it anymore. You just like want to show the products or something that you do not really feel like it belongs to you yet. Yeah. I have those kind of feeling when I want to go to a new place or something. It's just like I was born in Vũng Tàu, but I would not really ever like take a picture of me next to the Vũng Tàu Sea or something like that for my 20 years or something like that, because I just there already. Vũng Tàu is me and me, Vũng Tàu kind of something like that. And this is like the same feeling that I have now. I have the feeling like, okay, this place is mine, my living area, and I can access to this place anytime I want. It's not a really rare case. So really interesting, but it's really, even though like it's familiar, but it's still really beautiful. It's still, how can I say, it's a high standard life. The environment is really high standard. Everything is good. You see. But do you really want to live here? The question is that, do you really want to live here? I personally, I just want to visit here few times a year or whenever I feel I need to, but I do not really want to live in this like not so central area, because it's so inconvenient, because every day you have to like deal with a lot of other things as well. You have to deal with work, you have to go to the supermarket, you have to go and buy some stuff. But here it's like really like inconvenient, because you have to have a car and drive pretty far a little bit to really access to the daily life stuff. So here is, I think it's for me, it's suitable for traveling, but not for living. And another thing is that personally, I'm pretty extroverted person as well. So I myself personally like some place that is so dynamic. There's some kind of energy that I can burst into the environment. But here in this environment, it's not really like that. Here just to stay calm, relax, and it's like go with the flow. With the slow flow. Yeah. Can you hear the this is like the product of human. You can see like this side, the water is just really normal, you see, not really significantly fast or strong pressure, but somehow they design a dam or some kind of thing like that. They turn into something like this into create a flow to the river. And again, it is like another consideration, calculation, fault of the Japanese to create something like this. Yeah. And this is actually like the green tea museum. This is kind of a place where you can experience like different kind of experience about green tea, like tea picking to making matcha or something like that. Newly opened in 2019, second floor. And here you can see like in the second floor you can experience like tea picking. They have like a garden and you can experience like selection different kind of tea and making the tea from the stone, kind of something like that. And also they have the restaurant here. Like you can see like this is pretty decent, right? Okay, I have just found another road. I think the cherry blossom here is still pretty good in standard. Not really falling a lot, but you will see later there's a lot of like bug or something like that in front of me. If just flying around. I feel like if you just open your mouth or something like that, there will be some bugs coming into your mouth. Kind of something like that, but you can see like the cherry blossom is still good. This is like another side. Oh, this is another cool. You can see like the tree here is still there's a really big. Falling, falling, falling down. Here is Nova. It's so nice. Okay, so I have just like finished walking one way around a little bit about the, I think like main sport in Uji area. And you still, I don't know whether you remember, but the place I started this was like the Uji station, JR line, but this is like the Keihan line. So what is the line mean? It mean like the two different train company. So one is like the JR is like the main one, and the second Keihan is like more private one. And yeah, this way, you still remember I started over there, right here at the crossroad, and I go around one way across the bridge and travel a little bit here, and then come back out there, and then I'm walking out of here. And you can still see the bridge over there. So sometimes I think like it's good to take a walk a little far away from your living area a little bit to a place that you felt right, to a place that you feel so good inside, and relax, enjoy a little bit. Sometimes just relax and what do I say? Actually, I have to say that in Japan, in Kyoto, it's really hard to find a place that really energetic. Really, some place, except you go to the bar or something like that. But I do not really drink, so I think this place is also good, but just to relax, calm you down, and back to the normal life or something like that. I hope that there will be some places that will offer like a little bit like a place to release their energy inside you have. Here it's just like a place to calm you down, even like could not really release any energy much. What's this? Why they have this here? To hold? Why they have here? I don't know. What is this for? And only here. Only here. Why? cool. And I have to say that I'm a professional. I do not really like the sunny day. It's so harsh on the skin. Oh my gosh, I have just found a place in the place is so nice. It's so good. I have just dropped by the supermarket and bought a pack of strawberry, and I have to say it's like awesome. The strawberry is so good, even though it's just like I think around 500 yen, so basically it's just like $5 or something like that. It is so good. It is so I might actually like in the supermarket near my house, almost like the strawberry season is almost over already. I could not really find strawberry anymore, but I still can find strawberry in the supermarket here. This is so good. Actually, strawberry in Japan, they come from different prefecture and also different types, and I don't know, they're really distinguished from prefecture to prefecture. You can see, this is like, I don't know what type of this is like, but this is so good. Actually, I have just bought from the supermarket and I haven't cleaned it yet, but I think it's not a big deal. And do you have any idea why there will be like white part here? I don't know what is the reason there's the white part here. For some reason. But no matter what it is, it's still really good. Usually when you travel a little bit, you want to spend a little bit money. For me, for example, like if I travel to Uji, the train ticket from my station, from the station nearest my place is Nijo Station in Kyoto City, and to Uji Station here is cost one trip. This is like $3. So basically, like round trip would be $6. It's pretty expensive, I think. And then I gonna spend a little money here and there, over here and there in Uji when walking around, buying a little bit food here and there. So I gonna spend a little bit, like I think like around $30. Kind of like one time every time that I travel to here. It's not a big amount, I think. It's still affordable and you can still enjoy life in a really, really calm, peaceful, no drama. Yeah. Do you think so? You know, like it's really been a long time that I really record a video like this. So I still not really familiar with this one again yet, because like, you know, like it's been a long time and you stop for a while and you do not really have the like the vibe. But now I would like to travel a little bit, and I would like to how could I say, apply one of the technique that I learned in spirituality is like take a walk. This means like when I feel a little bit overwhelmed with something, And maybe because my space is a little bit limited, and I gonna take a walk so that I could like have the feeling that I can embrace bigger space. I can embrace like the space is not so packed, it's not so limited, kind of something like that, and want to extend my space a little bit more, and I could be more not so fixed in a certain point, but my attention is like broad, and I do not really like focus on a specific thing, and my attention is so fixed, and it's make me so sometimes feel packed and feel so overwhelmed with a little thing. So that's how I apply the technique, and also how I enjoy life a little bit. Like what I am currently doing, and maybe like I'm gonna go back to the store, the restaurants, and pick some souvenir or something like that to decide whether I'm gonna buy some kind of souvenir or something or not, and maybe go to the restaurant to eat soba or some kind of food of the seasons, and then take the train back to home. Do you love a peaceful place or a crowded place? I think it's just feel like sometimes I feel like it's like the English test questions in the IELTS test, you know, like sometimes like many years ago when I have like some kind of like test when answering, do you prefer a urban or rural area or something like that, I usually say I gonna love the urban area because it is so dynamic, but now I want to live here and there. I would like to be in the urban area when I feel I like urban area. I would like to be in the rural area when I feel I need a peaceful place or a place to enjoy. So I think it's just a matter of time and matter of time and myself. I feel like it's up to me. It's up to my preference at a specific time. Okay, so let's go. Okay, now it's like 5:30 p.m. 5:10 around, and almost all the store closed already. So you can see like it's pretty like early, and all the store almost closed already. Yeah, this looks so good. Oh, looks so nice. And you can see like this store. Actually, this store usually they open until night, but here like 5 p.m. they also close already. So like because of not so many customers at night and all the store closed. Basically, you just go and visit a little bit. You cannot really enter a specific store or something like that. Yeah, but I think it's okay. It's enough because like Uchi, you go and visit Uchi in the morning, in the afternoon, but at night when the darkness falls over, you do not really have much places to visit and to see. So it's all a day that I have visited Uji for a few hours. So do you remember this place? This is the place where I started at Uji. And now I'm back to this place, to the station, to go back to Kyoto City. And I think it's gonna take around like 30 minutes to get me to my station. Kind of. How do you think? Not so much energy in this video. It's just a normal traveling day. Not really touristy, not really much activities. Just walk and talk. Right? Okay. Here we go. The station. So currently I'm on the train back to Nijo Station, which is the nearest station near my home from Kyoto Station. And actually this train will start within 10 minutes. And it's pretty a lot. And the train is still really empty. Almost like comparing to, like this is usually the really busy season in Kyoto before the COVID, but during the COVID, almost like I think the capacities of the train is still the same, but the occupy rate of this is around just 30-40%. And what interesting is that actually like this time I bought the paper ticket. Actually I still can use the mobile phone to like go through the gate, but I just like think sometimes buying the paper ticket just to recall and remind me of the memories of the good thing that I have. Like in the beginning, like sometimes I feel like at the beginning when I came to Japan, I didn't really know much about everything, and then I started exploring here and there. I started exploring different aspects of a new place, and at the time I was like completely unknown. I mean, I didn't know anything about the language. I didn't know anything about the transportation system, anything about Japan. But I discovered everything by myself and used just the logic and all the basic thing. I learned new things, and those are the really interesting experience that I had. Sometimes you just like go into the place without really knowing what is waiting ahead. And the other thing is that the things that waiting ahead, you just know like this is a good thing. This is something that really promising, something that is really good thing is going to happen, even though like you have no idea what the good thing is. So I think this is like the interesting, and it's also the appealing point of game on the earth when we come to here and we start playing the games. Do you think so? And now I think like I'm kind of like reviewing back a little bit of everything, and I would say thinking about how could I do something different or find a new unknown field that maybe I'm not really ready to join, but I just join. The thing is that now I do when I become a little bit older. There's one thing is that I become more considerate. I mean overthinking a little bit sometimes mean like we tend to analyze the situations and think a little bit more than we used to when we were a little kid. and those kind of like sometimes it has like it's just also like the knife with two sides, you know. Its had the benefit is that okay, sometimes you can prevent something like bad thing happen to your life, but it's also like make you feel how would I say not so challenging, make you feel like you need to be in the comfort zone and you're gonna really step out of it. Otherwise, you will be in the situation of being dangerous. So I think sometimes we, at the age of 25, 27, 30 or something like that, it's better. I sometimes still feel like it's better to bring with you the spirit of a kid and the mind of an adult, and then you can challenge yourself a little bit more. How do you think? Anyways, if you didn't really think much, I think just do whatever that fit or whatever that you feel inspired, whatever that you feel right inside first, and then move forward with whatever it takes. And still, anyway, the underlying consideration, the underlying thought, it is still put out a good vibration, put out a positive mindset to the universe, so that they deliver the best to suit your experience. Okay, I think it's all for today, and hope that you're gonna enjoy life as much as you can. And if you really feel enjoy life, please let me know as well. I also somehow would like to know the story of other person that who truly, I mean the word truly is very important, who truly enjoy life, who truly like feel happy inside. I tell you, we have a lot of people that who are just like have a mask, have a how can I say that, social face, and they pretend to be happy, but not really they feel happy inside. But I mean, kind of like whatever that I have represented out. So I think it's all and over.